Today we're going to be talking about something that should look familiar, and that is place value. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Okay, so place value is something that we've talked about, or you guys have talked about with your teachers probably since kindergarten. You know, ones, you count the ones. How many ones do you have? If you have 5 ones blocks, you have 5. And you would write the number 5 there. You have 5 ones, right? So place value can I get? And it goes in order. Ones, tens, hundreds, okay? That's what we call the ones period, okay? And we call it the ones period because each of these things is made up of a certain amount of ones. So a 1 is 1 1. A 10 is 10 ones. And 100 is 100 ones. And then we jump to the thousands period. It seems weird that we go from ones to thousands, but you'll get it in a second. So you go ones, tens, hundreds, and then you go thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. And so you're going to see this pattern repeating. This is 1,000. So it's made up of 1,000 of something, 1,000 little ones blocks. I'm not going to draw 1,000 little ones blocks, but I suppose if I had nothing better to do, I could do that. All right. And then the 10,000s place is made up of 10,000s. And the 100,000s place is made up of 100 of those. So that's why they call it the thousands period. So the ones period is made up of a certain number of ones. The thousands period is made up of a certain number of thousands. And then you have the millions period, and it would keep on repeating. You would start with millions, so that would be 1 million, and then you would have 10 millions and 100 millions. And those patterns keep going over and over again, tens, hundreds. So ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds. Those patterns just go on and on forever, okay? So today we're going to talk about the difference between value and place value, okay? So the place of a number and the value of the number are two different things, but they are related, okay? You have to know one to know the other. So if I were to write the number up here, let's go with 634, okay? So 634, we know it's 634 because I have 6 hundreds, I have 3 tens, which is 30, and I have 4 ones, okay? So if we add that all together, we get 634. So let's say I want to know the place that the 6 is in. The 6 is in the hundreds place. But what is the 6 worth? Well, if you have a 6 here, it means you have 6 hundreds. So the value of the 6 is 600. You can think of it like money. If I have 6 $100 bills and somebody says, well, what's all that worth? I don't say it's worth 6. It's worth 600s, which is $600, okay? So thinking of it with money can help you remember the difference between the place and the value. All right? So let's do this a little bit differently. Let's say instead of wanting to know the value of the 6, I want to know the value of the, let's use a different color, the 3, okay? So the 3 is in the tens place, okay? But the value is 30 because there's 3 tens. So it's not anything that I don't think that you guys don't know. It's all stuff that makes sense, but sometimes when people ask us for these things, it gets confusing. They say, well, what place is it in? What is the value of the number? So the value is what it's worth. The place is where it's located, okay? We can increase our number to 67,634. And when we do that, each of our periods gets separated by a comma. So 1, 2, 3, comma. So the comma goes between thousands and hundreds. All right. So there's a couple things that I can ask here. Now I have 2 6s. Those 2 6s aren't worth the same amount. They're the same digit, but because those digits are in different places, they're worth different amounts. They have different values. So this 6 is in the hundreds place. And it has a value of 600. But this 6 is in the thousands place, and it has a value of 6,000. Okay? So even though those two digits are the same, they're both sixes, because they're in a different location or in a different place, they have a different value. Would you rather have $600 bills or $6,000 bills? I'm thinking that I'd rather have the $6,000 bills. The 6,000s are going to be worth more than the 600s, which leads us to our next concept, is that as you go this way on your place value chart, the value increases, becomes greater, because this 6 is worth more than this one. As you go this way on your place value chart, the value decreases, or it becomes less. So this 6 is less than this one. So if this 6 moves from here to here, it is worth less. But if he moves from here to here, he's going to be worth more. All right, let's make our number a little bit bigger. 4,500,000. Oh, I'm wrong. Yeah, no, 4 million. You know why I forgot? Because I need my comma. After the thousands period, before the millions start, you also have another comma. 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. It separates our places and it helps us say our numbers correctly, and it helps us figure out our value correctly. So we have 4,567,000. So we say this whole number together and then we say 1,000. 634. Okay? And the 4 is in the millions place, and it has a value of 4 million.